DNVR Bar and DNVR Bets Daily. RK and Professor Dre coming to you from inside the DNVR Bar at the DNVR Bar within the DNVR Bar. This is the bar for DNVR inside the DNVR Bar in the bar.
It sounds like nonsense mostly. It is nonsense, but what he's saying is correct. We are at a bar within the DNVR bar recording this show. It's that simple. You didn't need to make it that complicated.
It's barception is what it is. It's a real barception scenario. And Andre, I don't know what the feeling I have right now is. It's like an overwhelmed, anxious, excited, nervous. This weekend we have 5 Colorado sporting events, right? 3 Rockies games, an Avs game, and a Nuggets game.
Wow, yeah. Yes, we do.
We have yet to have more than one in a day.
Right.
Except for if you count the Avs scrimmage, which
I don't.
Yeah, if you want to watch 37 penalties get called.
Yeah, exactly. Bull Day maybe occurred when a Rockies game was going on, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Those weren't real games. These are real games.
There's real standings are on the line and all sorts. I mean, so
indeed they are.
I cannot wait for this. I'm so excited to just be at the bar, checking scores, looking around, checking. It's amazing. We finally made it. So this whole show is dedicated to our favorite bets from these games, and that's awesome. Let's start with the first game that we have tonight, and that, of course, is Rockies-Padres. Rockies taking on the Padres. First game at Coors Field. Dre, I'm so excited to just see a baseball game taking place in Coors Field. I can't wait to see,
we've seen all these
Charlie Blackmon put one in the dugout, or in the bullpen, or, just some of those visuals. I love the look of a baseball game in Coors Field.
I think you're going to see that you can't bet on this, but if you could, I would suggest. I think you'll also see a Coors Field weather delay. Another classic, but that's the vibe outside that I get. But yeah, it will be nice seeing Coors, because I'm starting to get to the point in baseball where certain angles I'm almost like, oh man, crowded stadium. Then it's like, oh no, those are cut-ups.
Yeah, and I guess the Rockies decided to go with former players as their cut-ups. They've got Larry Walker sitting out there in the trees, and they're having fun with it, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. There's some this is so weird. I'm just nostalgic for the color of the infield at Coors Field contrasted with the color of the outfield. It's all just it's making me warm and fuzzy on the inside. And also what's making me feel great on the inside is this over-under that they've set on this game. Andre, I don't think I've seen one touch this number yet, and the highest over-under other than this game tonight in MLB is 9.5. They're throwing 2 runs on for the Coors effect, and
welcome home.
I know. I think this is a big issue on their part. Now, I talked to Drew about this earlier, Drew Kreisman, DNVR Rockies, and he mentioned, hey, I think this guy's name is Garrett Richards, a.k.a. Garrett Dix, depending on what you think. But this is going to be his first game in Coors Field, and anything can happen to anyone. You get yippy out there, you start throwing bad pitches. And so, if, the Rockies could go on, maybe they score 11 on their own. I just think they're way overvaluing this. And John Gray's on the mound. Yeah. And John Gray's been great, in his one start, and he looked good, and he had 3.5 ERA in Coors last year. It's setting up to me where this is a 5-3 game easy under.
100%.
And, you take your money and go to the bank.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I was really surprised to see it at 11.5. I think you are on the money. I haven't seen any higher than 10.5 since the MLB season started. I mean, baseball-wise, we'd have to go back to some wild Doosan Bears KBO matchup here to where we saw 11.5. And both these pitching staffs, not necessarily highly touted, have performed well in the early part of the season. The bats have been better for the Padres than they have for the Rockies, both some decent star power. But yeah, I think we're just overrating Coors Field here. The way these two teams have gone, the under seems like a smart bet here, and you can get it at -120. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, and the way they have the offense rated in this game is absolutely wild, Dre. Let me pull up some of the props here. Yes. You know me. I'm big, take the Rockies and take Nolan to get a hit. Well, but they've moved the goalposts on me. I mean, I'm just giving out such profitable advice that they had to change the lines. And now today, You can't get Nolan to get a hit.
You can't get any big name hitter in this game at 0.5 hits. This is crazy.
You gotta go for 2 hits now. And I don't think Nolan, maybe he has 1 2-hit game so far. But one plus 163, that's fun. I loved the idea of when I'm betting on over a half hit, I got the whole game, you know, like I don't have to stress.
Right.
If you take this one, well, now he's kind of got to get one out of the way early for you to feel comfortable with it. I'm staying away. It has nothing to do with Nolan. It has to do with me. Just I don't want to stress over this that much. It's like a no-stress bet when it's over a half. I'm just like, yeah, he's going to get it by the end of the game. It's happening.
Plus 163, too, like plus 190, 195, 200, I start to think about. And the under is minus 215. So you're right, it's a stay away. I don't love that one way or another.
Yeah, and so you go down the list. Trevor Story over 1.5. Charlie Blackmon over 1.5. David Dahl over 1.5. You got to go all the way down to Ryan McMahon, who's the last guy available. Why haven't they made why don't they do the whole lineup?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out.
Ryan McMahon over 0.5, but even that is minus 215.
Right.
So we have no eligible 0.5.
Even the big names in the Padres lineup, Machado, Tommy Pham, Fernando Tatis, they're all set at 1.5 as well.
I might hit some of those, some Padres unders.
I wish we could parlay those. Those would be really fun. As far as game props go, have we talked about how you don't like the strikeout line because it's a tough one to root for?
I don't remember if we talked about this.
I don't think we have.
I'm all about bets that make my viewing experience more enjoyable. And it goes different from game to game. So, like, tonight, I'm excited to bet the under in this game.
Yeah.
Because most of the outcomes on a given at-bat are an out.
That's true.
So you feel like you're winning often throughout the game. When you bet on the strikeouts line, it's the opposite is true. Yeah. Most of the at-bats don't end in strikeouts. And there's nothing worse than when you're getting close and they get like an 0-2 count, and then they foul out to the catcher, and you're like, oh, my God, why wouldn't you just swing and miss? So that detracts from my experience. And it changes from game to game. I said betting unders in baseball is kind of fun. Betting unders in basketball is the worst thing ever. Because, there's like a 3 on one side, a 3 on the other side. And you look down and betting over-unders in basketball is like a math. Like you're signing up to be doing math all night, which is not fun. But I'll give a free shout-out to the Action app. They will show you your updated what's the projected score. Like that. Yep. And so that saves you a little bit. But like I said, all of a sudden there's a 3 on one end, 3 on the other end. You go from green to red, and you're just like, oh, my God, come on. So I don't like betting strikeouts just because it's so circumstantial, and you have like bad beat after bad beat of just like 2-strike ground out. Like
right.
But with that being said,
John Gray over 4.5 I think is a nice line. I really like that. I like if we're going with a lock, I think we're in agreement. The lock tonight is the over 11.5.
Under 11.5.
Yes, thank you for the correction. But I really like John Gray. That's another official call here with the over 4.5 strikeouts. Producer Allie.
There's someone asking what kind of beer you're drinking.
Oh, what kind of beer?
We only drink Breck Brews.
Mango Mosaic for your boy over
here.
And then
Breck Lager for me. The best. I mean, you come to the DNVR bar, you get a Breck Brew. That's just how it works. Dre, I'm a little bummed to see there's no to hit a home run and to win tonight. But if I'm giving out a home run prop, there's a guy who I feel like there's something about him coming back to Coors Field. He loves to always hit a bomb. It's Trevor Story. I think at plus 325, it's honestly not incredible value. They really think the ball is just going to be rocketing off bats.
It's crazy.
Tonight. You can't get good value on any offensive prop, but I will say I think Trevor's going to hit a home run tonight.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, there is home run and team to win. Okay.
David Dahl plus 425 on the homer line sounds nice, but I'm a bit of a sucker for the David Dahl homer line. He's more likely to get us, a couple doubles, So I need to not be a sucker on those.
Trevor Story to hit a home run, Rockies to win plus 550. That's a little more juicy. But still, I mean, those are usually up near plus 1,000. It's just crazy.
I like that. And we should mention first game, the Rockies, you can't get them at plus money. First time they're in the minus. Minus 109, Padres minus 107, basically a pick 'em. Slightly more juice on the home team, who, of course, obviously the home factor matters a lot to the sportsbook today.
And we recently found this out. I was always under the impression that you could not parlay over-unders
with the win.
With the win. Now, let me just double check because I saw someone do this the other night and it blew my mind.
Our colleagues are doing this. They're not telling us. Fair to say we feel a little betrayed.
You can do it. Rockies to win and the under 11.5 plus 235.
That's nice. We will be doing that as we finish our Breck Brews at the bar later on this evening.
So there you go. Lock of the game, under 11.5. I feel pretty confident about that one. Now, I could look stupid, and it could be 14-7, and you know what? That happens at Coors Field. You just got to live with it. But I feel pretty good about that.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., DNVR bar is going to be popping off. Mimosas left and right. Brunch dishes. Incredible.
Yeah.
We'll be here watching Nuggets. Unfortunately, if you didn't already RSVP, you're SOL.
Right.
But you can see pictures and videos and stuff. It'll be great.
Yeah,
you can come for the next one.
Have brunch at home or something.
Yeah, exactly. You could have brunch along with us. Make your own mimosas.
Right. Stream the game illegally on your crappy device and have some toast with the butter that's too cold, and it'll be more or less the same. It'll be just fine.
Okay, Nuggets and Heat. Now, man, our Nuggets guys are just giving us the worst vibes on this, and I am extremely not here for it. I'm coming good vibes only. Look, they're down Will Barton. They're down Gary Harris.
Yep.
Oh, God, who's the one who's questionable? Jamal Murray is questionable.
Not good.
I almost cursed. FFS. And
folks.
That's when the Nuggets thrive.
Well, I mean, this is true.
You're watching your Bucks here with your odds boost, and the Nuggets went in with 8 guys on the road and beat Milwaukee. I was in on that game in an alternate universe where betting was legal back at that time, and it was plus 330 for the Nuggets because they were such underdogs. Well, they went and win. They have 7 guys on the road playing the Utah Jazz. Yep. They go in there and win. This is what they do. And honestly, I think it might be the best possible thing to happen to Nikola Jokic. Because he's kind of an ease-it-in guy. He can be, at least.
He can be.
And I think that the shorthandedness is not going to allow him to do that. And I think he is going to take this seriously. I think he's going to have a good game. I think when he is forced to, he plays better. I think he's not going to have a choice. Also, there's the opportunity of MPJ going off. So yeah, I'm not falling for this bad vibe trap that Harrison's trying to set on us.
Assertive Jokic is my favorite. Of course, it's the Heat are the more concerning part than anything going on with the Nuggets, who we should remind you are still minus 120 favorites in this. So the Heat are slight dogs.
The Nuggets are going to be favorites in every
This is
game,
such
even
a
though
tough read.
they were set at 3.5 wins. Not every game, but what I'm saying. They're
right,
going to end up
short
being
of
favorites
the
in
Clippers.
6 games.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So there's a fun prop going on at DraftKings.
Yes,
Sportsbook.
mention it. Yeah.
You bet on Jokic to score the first points of the game. That is set at plus 500.
Yeah, there's a $25 plus on that. So $25 minimum, you bet on Jokic to score first point of the game. You get that at plus 500.
You get it at plus 500. Now, if that hits,
big winnings already.
There's
right
going to be
there.
mimosas flying all over the bar, like that video of the English soccer game where they all score and they're throwing it's going to be lit as hell if that happens. But even if it doesn't hit, you're going to get a free bet of the value of every Jokic point, rebound, and assist combined. So, for example, he goes 10-10-10. You got a $30 free bet. Your 25 that you lost on that is gone. But in the end, you kind of end up on top depending on how you view free bets. Now, it is one free bet. You can't throw $3 on Bryson DeChambeau and $3 here and the other.
No sprinkling.
Yes, you can't sprinkle free bets. So you got to put it all on one thing, but you could get crazy and put it all on Shez Reavie to win the tournament.
Maybe a 5-way parlay that Harrison Wynn suggested to you on the live show. Who knows?
It could be anything, but it does all have to be in one place. But that's a fun one. Look, you got to put down 25. If Jokic scores the first bucket of the game, which
it's over, as I've been known to say.
That means you pocket 125.
And then you're guaranteed anywhere from 30 to 40 extra bucks.
I'll say 20 is the low bar.
Sure,
there.
But you just talked up how Jokic is going to have a great game. It's going to be assertive. Jokic, I think 18, 12, and 6 is the absolute bare minimum. That's right there. That's 36.
The only thing that scares me is Michael Malone. His whole comments win the battle
Don't
and
do it,
lose
Mikey.
the war.
Don't do
So
it,
I could see
Mikey.
him playing Jokic like 22 minutes or something.
Look,
and that scares me.
Look, Michael Malone, Eminem. Clippers lost yesterday. It's time to edge in on that second seed. It's time to do it. I'm not supposed to bang on the table. I apologize.
You're telling an Italian man to not speak with his hands.
No, up here, just not down here.
But I mean, he wants to be demonstrative.
I had to. That's right. Demonstrative is right. Any other bets or props from this game that intrigue you, Ryan?
So yes, I love this. I didn't know it existed until today. You can bet on players to hit 3-pointers and how many 3-pointers they're going to hit. And Jamal Murray set at 2.5. Jamal Murray, Harrison wins, shooter's paradise, right?
Shooter's paradise.
We might just go ahead and
folks.
hit every over for every 3-point shooter in the entire league because it's a shooter's paradise.
It's true.
Jamal was awesome. I think he covered that in the first quarter
Yeah, he was
of the scrimmage.
killing it. Yeah.
So he's gonna be firing away. He's gonna be shooting threes. Of course, he is questionable. But if he doesn't
the
play, you get your money back
That's
if you take
the
that bet, or you wait and see if he plays. And
Yeah, this might be a wait till the morning or wait till tonight while we have a little more. All of these seem to be set a little on the low side. We were looking at the Texas Derby, as I've called it, which we expect to be really high scoring, lots of threes in that one.
isn't it a derby?
What? I'm not here to be corrected on my pronunciation.
I think we're calling it the Lone Star Derby.
Ooh, okay. If you throw Lone Star in, I'm on board. Doncic, though, set at 2.5. That guy hucks him up. You know, he loves a good step back. James Harden, who's been averaging like 12 this season, set at 4.5 threes. I guess he has to make them, right?
He literally
Is
does
that
not.
the caveat? They're not attempts.
It's makes.
Okay,
But
well,
this dude
still.
makes 5 threes before he gets out of bed in the morning.
I mean, yeah, he really does. Like,
Then he
that's
just
not.
lays on his back and cashes 5 threes in the corner of his room, and then he finally gets out of bed.
That seems like automatic.
Look, also you got to keep in mind that shooting a 3 is the laziest thing you can do on offense. And all of these teams want to capitalize on the fact that they can just chuck threes. Like they're not in game shape yet. They're not going to be for a few days. James Harden is shooting 23s tonight. He's going to make 5 of them.
Yeah.
We got a comment?
Yeah, he is.
We do. Seeing as this is a DNVR bet show, can I bet on RK versus Andre Drinkoff?
Oh, I would win that handily.
Ryan would win that.
I'm
give us like
minus
this beer and
450
another half a beer, and Ryan asked me, Ryan's gonna have
Dre's
to
had
use
4
his.
sips of this. Do you already hear that he's yelling? His voice has gone up 3 notches since he had
Okay,
3 sips of that
Let's
beer.
not get crazy here, but yeah, basically I'm a lightweight, so yeah, Ryan would kill me.
Yeah.
This line would be like plus 2,500. I think you'd have to like put me at, and I wouldn't take action on that. I'm taking Ryan into like minus 1,000s easily.
I've seen Dre go drink for drink with me one time, and my God, was it a spectacle.
I'm not sure that happened. I don't remember that evening, so whatever Ryan says.
All right. Well, if you want to bet on the drink off between Dre and I, you can go to DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook right now. It's the highest rated sportsbook app in the world, and it's incredible. All these fun props. It makes sports more fun. That should be their motto. Make sports more fun, and they're already the most fun thing that we have going for us in society.
Yes.
So we're doubling down on that. Anyways, all new users can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000 at DraftKings when you use the code DNVR at sign-up. You must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. The deposit bonus requires a 25x playthrough, and restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Okay.
Nice.
Now we move on to the final. Well, I guess we're not really talking about the Rockies on Saturday and Sunday. Just pick them to win. I don't know.
Yeah. Pick them to win. Take the under. We got into that.
Well, no, I'm talking about the Saturday and Sunday games because I was going to say the last Colorado sports game of the weekend, which I guess it probably would be because the Rockies are going to play in the afternoon. So you got the Avs and the Blues at 4:00, and man, I'm excited for this one. Another sold-out bar here at the DNVR bar. Of course, we have to do the RSVPs because we have restrictions on how many people we can let in.
That's right.
So a perfectly socially distanced, packed house at the same time. Well, the most we can do.
Yeah.
This one, I'm really, really confident in because I talked to AJ Hafley this morning.
Okay, yeah. Lay it
or
out.
actually this afternoon on the Denver Sports Podcast.
Yeah, check it out.
AJ is adamant that the Avs are a machine, right? Like just a machine headed towards a goal, a tank rolling towards a target. Anything that gets in their way is getting crushed, and it's being captained by Nathan MacKinnon. And look, if you've watched a lot of Avs games, MacKinnon has this little thing that he does where he's just like, yeah, we're not going to lose tonight. And then he scores usually shortly thereafter. Like you see it turn on, his eyes turn all red and everything. Right. He gets all, it's crazy. And then he just goes and takes over the game. Talking to AJ, that's permanently turned on right now. Like he can't turn off the we're not losing thing right now. And on the other side of this, now some of these things can be overblown.
Yeah.
But the Blues won the Stanley Cup last year.
They did.
They've been off for a while.
Yes.
It's a weird thing getting restarted here. It is super easy to take your foot off the gas from their position. Whereas
Totally.
MacKinnon is pedal to the metal right now. I think it's very feasible
100%.
to think that the Blues just say like, yeah, these 3 games, they don't really matter. We'll eventually get there. You know,
Right.
we'll give it the old college try. We'll give it the old college sprinkle in the playoffs. But you know, let's not get ourselves hurt out here.
Right.
In these round robin games. I think this could be a serious performance for the Avs. So I'm hammering Avs money line. And I'm super excited for this game. This is the game I'm most excited for of the weekend. I want to see Mac, Makar, and the boys skate circles around these Blues.
Would you almost consider the Avs and the points, the -1.5 at +235? Because you just sold me a whole lot. Because I'm big on the defending champs coming in and just not having the motivation to fight for an asterisk, right? To fight for a season that just isn't like others. We've got our chip, you know, like what's motivating us to fight through all these hard circumstances where you need to really rally around each other. So I love that argument. +235 is intriguing if they blow them out. But, you know, hockey.
So I learned a lesson last night because I bet on the Clippers money line and they covered the spread and lost the game. And I've learned this lesson many times in my life.
Sure.
But sometimes you just need a little refresher course.
Yep.
Stop giving away stuff. You know, like I could have just had 4 free points and I wouldn't have been sweating it out at the end at all.
Yeah.
But I was, and they lost. And, you know, I like the +235, I'll be honest. But I'll probably just, you know, play it safe. Try to bank a win here and move on to the next game.
Nathan MacKinnon, 2 score, +163 in this one.
That's so low. Like, they're just telling you, like, McKinnon's probably going to score.
I mean, it's extremely low. The only under +200 you'll find is Mikko Rantanen, and that's a +195. So right there.
Do they have the same thing that they have in baseball, where they have to score and team to win? Doesn't look like it. At least not right now. Plenty of time before the game. They always, you know, add more stuff.
Right.
So you could go Nathan MacKinnon first goal +1,000.
Yeah, those first goals, man.
Yeah.
I know we just advised people to bet on Jokic first score.
But that's for prop reasons.
It's for prop and boost reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel you.
What's the most random first goal scorer you can get here? Like, can you get Matt Nieto first goal scoring? You can. +2,800.
Oh, man. Whoever has Matt Nieto and that happens, I am excited for you.
You could get, like, Connor Timmins, Cale Makar energy. Pops up, scores a goal.
That'd be outstanding.
So the lowest Av here is EJ, +6,600 to score the first goal. I think if you want a random one, I'm telling you, Matt Nieto is your guy.
Nieto's not a terrible one. I'm somewhat on board with that. I'll tell you this. I had Rudo on the show. RK was playing golf. We went through all the NHL series. It was a great preview. You should go find it if you want to get amped up for the NHL starting, where there's a lot of value as in predicting the sweeps. And there were 3 candidates for sweeps. I remind you, these opening series, just 5-game series. Vancouver Canucks over the Wild. Pittsburgh Penguins over the Montreal Canadiens, and the Edmonton Oilers over some injured Chicago Blackhawks. You can bet on all those opening up, so I'd suggest that.
AJ was big on this too, and he also, I forget who they're playing, he had Winnipeg to sweep as well. He said, Hellebuck gets hot and it's series over. Who is it? Flames. Oh, yeah.
Flames, right. Flames ripe for the taking.
Chokers in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, and the Avs kind of destroyed their mojo last year anyway. So
they did to the Flames what Von Miller did to Cam Newton.
Those are good picks. And I've been hammering all off season. The Padres are overrated. The Rockies are underrated. So just without even looking at anything, I'd gladly take the Rockies all weekend. Just putting that out there.
Can you imagine, dude, if the Rockies win this series, they would be 6-2. Is that correct?
If they win this series 2-1, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-2.
6-2, man.
Great start. And then I think they have another day off and they can restart the rotation.
Well, they had the day off
Marquez.
yesterday, so they're already going to be able to restart the rotation.
Unreal. They're set up so nicely.
They are. They're set up really nice. As long as these guys keep pitching well,
right.
This could be a hell of a start for them. And for our over 26.5 wins, it's already a great start for that. But, if they keep this rolling and get themselves a series win this weekend, we could be sitting really, really pretty. So, all sorts of Colorado sports action. Crazy. And I can't wait this. I guess we're going full scale. In Denver, we trust this weekend.
In Denver, we trust. I gave you the Harden bet. I'm hammering the over against the Red Sox, which is the Yankees, which was set at 5.5. That's not looking good, but if you live bet it, you'll get a better number on that. It's the last weekend of Serie A soccer. None of those games really mean anything, so, I'll be having some fun parlaying it because I have a problem. But, just be careful because those don't mean too much. We'll have UFC. I admit with everything else going on, I'm not as locked in. I do like Vicente Luque and the big favorite in the main card, Edmund Shabazian. I think both of those could be KO candidates. Both of those can be parlay candidates. We can have some fun with that. We'll be talking about that some more. And we should mention PGA. Ches Reavie, our guy Spencer, in the top 10 out of nowhere.
Let's go.
Talking about a buyout candidate.
We said on yesterday's show we needed Brooks to blow up a little bit. Brooks 3-putted from inside 3 feet today.
He fell apart.
What
was he,
happen.
even on the day?
I didn't see what he finished at. All I saw was I watched him miss a 3-footer. It turned into a 4-footer. He missed that one, and then he finally got it on the comeback. But
yeah, it was ugly.
Crazy that we didn't even have time to talk UFC.
Or golf.
And that is a beautiful problem to have.
We used to do an entire show for each.
It's a beautiful, beautiful
not
problem
anymore.
to have.
Yep.
So that's our show. In Denver, we trust. Crush the Rockies. Crush the Avs. Crush the Nuggets. And I'm 100% in on Harden and Doncic. So you can put those down for my official picks tonight.
Beautiful.
We got a question.
We got
last
comments.
second. Buzzer beater.